I can't move on till I let go.
What's up, everyone? well. Something got stuck. Anyways, what's up, everyone? This is Addie here, and today I'm going to react on Elders react on Slipknot. I really want to know because I come from a family where classical music has been the base. When I talk about classical, I'm talking about Indian classical music, and me myself listening to metal was a big thing when I was in my teens. So metal did not evolve in a country like India. The metal fans like us, we adopted the metal community from different countries, and we now have a lot of bands all around India. Nevertheless, let's watch this reaction. Quite excited. Oh yes.
This is weird. Oh my gosh. What is she saying?
What kind of group is this?
This Slipknot, man. They are really going for it.
They are jumping, boy, I'll tell you.
It gives me a headache. It's supposed to be music? It sounds like noise to me.
I can hear father or mother saying, "Is this my child?"
You know what? I had to stop it here because I had been through this, and I know how difficult it was for me when I started, learning how to scream, and it was crazy because I was myself not sure how to do it, and my mom used to blindly look at me, and she was her eyes were literally panicking, and she was so scared, oh God, please save my son.
Wow, I wish I was at this concert.
Oh yes. It's a dream for all Slipknot fans to be at their concert once in their life, to get entertained with that stuff.
I thought he was going to swallow the mic there.
It's not my type of music and never will be.
Oh.
It makes you want to jump up and down. Wow. Why the mask?
Oh, man, I loved it. Give me more.
Oh, I know the song.
The Sanitarium.
Oh my goodness.
It's almost scary.
Somebody's hooded.
You see, us elders went into this.
I'd like to say here, because even me, when I started listening to metal, I was introduced to bands like the Big Four, of course, and some other local acts, and I think some or the other way we just get influenced, and it's our call whether to go more heavier or just limit ourselves to that space. And I remember me and my group of friends, when we started listening to metal, we used to listen to almost everything. When I say everything, it includes black metal also. Extreme black metal, raw metal, gore, technical, thrash, gent, everything. But then I realized over the years that my love for metal never stopped. In fact, it kept on growing more and more. Over these years, metal music has grown so much that there are so many divisions, and someone who would have grown up listening to maybe to an extent Black Sabbath or stuff like that maybe to an extent they can adopt this music, or maybe not. I'm not really sure about it, but someone who might have listened to Black Sabbath back then may have a chance to admire or appreciate music like this. Someone who has listened to artists like Lobo or Elton John, not being disrespecting anyone, just my way of thinking, and suddenly after 40 years of listening to music ends up listening to stuff like Slipknot, they're gonna freak out, and that's an honest opinion of whatever they're saying right now.
Scary.
It has to be scary.
Inside and die. My goodness.
Oh yes.
Ooh! Is he eating himself?
No wonder there's always sick people out there.
Oh well.
That's a lot of head banging.
How much fun was this?
Gee, that's tons of fun, isn't it?
This is sick.
Wow, that's pretty violent there.
I'm not your devil anymore.
What are you doing, going around killing everyone and glorifying it?
I don't think I would voluntarily watch this.
This is just noise.
Honestly, I don't like these videos.
I like the clown.
Boom. Oh, man. Goodness, gotta kill this stuff.
Oh, God.
Oh, outrageous.
But we have to give it 10 for creativity.
Oh yes. Here, I just observed one thing. If someone doesn't like metal music, they don't like. I know this because I come from a place where I had to go through it. My mom had no option. I mean, like, she couldn't say anything but just blindly look at me and just like, what the hell I was doing. But
That's disturbing.
oh yes, that was disturbing for my
Do you have
mom.
any idea who this band is?
No,
No.
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 I thought it was this band called Hollywood Undead.
this is Slipknot. You turned me on to this whole new world of metal.
They call themselves Slipknot.
Slipknot.
Looks like they slipped on their heads or something.
Are they American group or are they a foreign group?
They're from Iowa.
They're from another country, okay.
How would you describe their music?
Oh, is that music? Oh, I didn't realize that was supposed to be music.
It's just noise to me.
No,
When they say that it's noise for them. In fact, I remember my childhood when one of my friend introduced me to Iron Maiden for the first time. I listened to the song. He kept on explaining me, the meaning and the lyrics of the song, but I could not figure it out. We had a lot of friends who used to listen to heavy metal music back then, and I was quite new to it. I took the cassette of Iron Maiden from my friend and I played like a couple of songs that includes The Trooper, Fear of the Dark, and Weaker Man, and a lot of other songs. Trust me, that was my definition of their music. It was noise. I was not able to figure out what's happening around. Over these years of maybe I took a step forward to understand what's heavy metal music. I really wanted to know what is heavy metal all about, and that's why I think, just as a normal music lover, I figured out what metal is all about.
noise, shouting.
Very, very dark material.
Pretty heavy metal.
It's hardcore thrash metal.
So here is an image of the group in their masks.
When he says that it's an hardcore thrash metal, because I think he comes from a stage where big fours were evolving, and there were a lot of new sounds coming out back in the late 70s and 80s. So it makes sense to them, because for them that was what metal was all about. But it's not about thrash metal anymore. We have like maybe hundreds of genres about in metal, and I don't even know how to define and how to separate from each other. So that's what it's all about. And in fact, there will be a lot of bands in the coming 10-20 years who may be inspired by Slipknot and may have their own sound. And when we are listening to them after 20 years, we may feel, oh my god, this band has a lot of influence to Slipknot. Maybe they might be in some other genre of metal music. We never know. That's what evolution is all about, right?
Looks like American Horror Story.
How can you identify with a mask when you're looking for a person to identify
yes.
with?
They're just trying to create a certain image that Kiss had.
At least it's creative, it's artistic. So I have to give them kudos for that.
I think
they
it's just
are-
awesome theater that goes along with the power of their music.
If you're putting yourself on fire, putting pins in your head, that's all about the music? I don't think so.
And do you know any other heavy metal bands that you could name over the years?
I don't even know them. I don't even know one of them.
I'm
That
sorry,
makes
I'm
sense.
really not up on it. No, I'm not sorry. I'm glad I'm not really up on it.
Metallica?
Insane Posse, Clown Posse, Black Sabbath, even Alice Cooper.
Well, we got Metallica, Anthrax, Slayer, Lemmy, Motorhead, Deftones, System of the Down,
Whoa,
Kitty,
whoa, whoa.
Taproot.
So there's some controversy with Slipknot that they're one of those bands that when violent crimes are committed, they'll sometimes be blamed for it.
I think it is the cause to a lot of weak-minded young people.
I buy into that because of what they're selling, the violence.
If you're a put together
Not
normal person, you could watch
really.
this band and nothing would happen. If you're sort of on the edge, it might push you a little bit.
I don't think it's fair to blame one certain type of thing.
I have never bought into it. I think certain individuals are going to be violent, period.
There's no connection between these things. It's an outlet. It takes care of that.
Another interesting aspect is that some people who love this type of music consider Slipknot's music to be simple and violent, and some don't care for it. Yet, bands they would say are great, you probably wouldn't even be able to tell the difference.
Probably.
I'm glad they differentiate because that's a pretty dark and dastardly band.
They're not my favorite band at all. It has its place. Just because a band doesn't evolve, that doesn't mean, every band has to evolve.
And what types of people do you think listen to this type of music?
Punk kids?
Gang members?
People that are a little bit into drugs.
I think there's kids that, grow up and they feel disenfranchised from like the in crowd. There was so much conforming in my school. It made me want to do just the opposite.
Just really angst-ridden teenagers to some of the most brilliant minds that love it. The musicians themselves and what they listen to for inspiration.
I actually
primarily
can relate to
symphonic
whatever he's
music.
saying.
So there was a study done that proved the stereotype of people who listen to these types of bands was mostly not true. And the genre of music that metal fans share the most in common with is actually classical music when it comes to personal creativity as well as their love and critical appreciation of music.
Really?
You're kidding.
That is a shock.
I don't think it's true.
That would amaze me because I enjoy classical music a lot.
So beyond that study, we want to let you know that both of us are actually big metal fans.
Oh, yes.
I don't get that at all.
And we used to love Slipknot. Their first album we still think is really good.
I knew you were weird.
Never invite me over to your house and play metal music. Because then you really hear screaming.
That's one side of your character, personality. And I can't help it if you're wrong. Please come to my church. I will teach
Oh,
you
no.
what really good music is.
So last thing, we're gonna show you a clip from a Slipknot concert. And while you're watching, realize that we went to shows like this when we were younger.
You guys didn't take off your shirts, did you?
Oh my God.
Looks like mass hysteria.
Hands in the air!
Damn, it's a dream to be at their concert one
Everybody get
day.
down.
Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. He's in the pit.
Whoa, they are crazy.
Oh, they're all like one.
It looks dangerous.
That stuff is like a chiropractic nightmare to me.
So would you go to a Slipknot concert?
No, no thank you.
Not me. I've never heard of this group. Would never care to hear them again.
If I took a couple of aspirins before I went, I would go.
I would love to go. My body's too broken now to go into a mosh pit, unfortunately. As a father, to find out that my sons went so into this metal, my whole love of live music revived again. You have no idea how much I love that.
Thanks for watching another episode.
Whoa. Now, I can understand there's so much of, mixed emotions with respect to this kind of music, but I know it was really hard for me coming from a very classical background. I still remember when somebody gave me the CD with a video of Every Time I Die, a song by Children of Bodom, and I couldn't sleep for weeks, in fact. was so freaking scared. But now, I mean, like, it's just how you relate metal music to yourself. I mean, like, I am more of like someone, I just go to the emotional aspect when I'm listening to metal music, irrespective of which genre it is. I mean, like, for example, if it is a black metal stuff, I just check out the lyrics, including the ambience they create. Honestly, I felt maybe because heavy metal scene is like quite popular and has been going for like decades in the States and the rest of the world, I thought like most of the people would be aware of these songs and bands, but of course not everyone likes metal. I've been through the stage when I had to explain people I know that this is just a form of music which I like. Nevertheless, guys, I hope you guys had a good time watching this reaction video. Signing out for now and catch you in another video. Until then, take care, stay safe, and namaste.